Good morning, bowling fans. 2016 Boom Doubles, Professor Bowl West here in Little Rock, Arkansas. Proprietors Dave and Jeanette Gibson took over in 2011. They've got 36 lanes here on the second floor of this 3-level building. And we're here to bring you Cashier's Round coverage here at the 2016 Boom Doubles, presented by Hammer, associate sponsors Bud Light, Classic Products, and the Crown Plaza. I am Mike Flanagan, and I am joined this morning by Matt Turek. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Mike.
Yesterday, we had a long day, about a 17-hour shift of streaming. Not complaining, just stating that we had a lot of bowlers yesterday.
Hey, I feel well rested. I'm ready to go, Mike. Let's get this party started.
We had 31 teams take to the lanes in the morning. We had 35 take to the lanes at 2:30. And then last night at 9 p.m. with a squad that got over about 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
17 more teams took to the lanes, and we have the top 20.
We got the cream of the crop.
The cream, that's right.
They've risen to the top of the standing sheet.
Oh, yeah, the cream, the cream. So we have 20 lanes of bowlers, 2 on a lane. That would make 20 teams in all. And we've got some pretty big names. We've got some great amateur bowlers. We've got great youth bowlers also. And when I say youth, I'm talking about their age, not necessarily that they are youth eligible according to USBC, for those of you that are into the logistics like that. We're happy you're with us. There's several ways you can interact with us throughout the day. You can, on YouTube, you can chat with us, and we do keep up with the chat from time to time and answer questions in there.
We suggest you do that and participate with us. It's a lot of fun.
Another thing that we do is you can tweet us, and we do check our tweets from time to time, and we will get back to you. You can tweet us at Inside Bowling, and you can also use the hashtag Inside Bowling. You can also go over on Instagram. We do post some videos and photos and things like that over on Instagram as well at Inside Bowling. Matt, if you want to follow him on Twitter, he's at Clifton Clowers, CLYFTON, and then the rest should fill out for you. There's not too many Cliftons out there.
No.
And then I'm Slammy Global on Twitter. And
yeah, give me a friend on Facebook.
Yeah,
why
also,
not?
Yeah,
that's where I'm most active.
And I want to thank Tamara Dunning and her entire tournament staff, Michael Shirley, and all the other folks that have done a nice job with this inaugural event. This is the first year. It's called the Boom Doubles, Matt, because when they were dreaming up this event, they were talking about $3,000-4,000 for the prize fund, and Dave and Jeanette Gibson said, let's make it 10, and they said, boom. So that's why it's called the Boom Doubles.
Boom.
This oil pattern is 43 feet in length. It's about a 2-to-1 oil pattern ratio, which means it's very, very flat. And we saw scoring overall extremely low, and the pattern frustrated a lot of bowlers. A lot of 2-8-10s, a lot of 2-10s, like we see Tommy Barish leaving right here. He's paired up with Tony Campagna right here in front of us on 13 and 14. They are crossing with Dave Wadka and Jimmy Cook. Coming into today, as I head over to InsideBowling.com and I take a look at the standings, the final qualifying standings on the event information tab. Wadka and Cook yesterday finished 456 over. We just keep climbing, and it is 456 over, and they were in second position. They were 130 pins ahead of third, which is Polhowski and Chris Vai. Campagna and Tommy Barish coming in today sit 11th, so looks like it's kind of a random draw here as far as who you're crossing with. The way that they did this, they may have actually filtered it around, rotated through, because Doyle and Barnes are right next door. They are your tournament leaders at plus 484. So it was Doyle and Barnes and Cook and Wadka really the top 2 teams from yesterday.
Dave Wadka, you see here, throw in the track heat. I believe that's all he threw yesterday. 2 variations, 2 different drillings.
83 teams in all is my count. Is that right? 30, 35, 31, 66, and 17.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
83. 83 teams in total. And Dave could potentially be throwing a Warrior. He started with the Warrior early in the day yesterday.
Yes, the Warrior.
The Warrior and the Heat's 2 balls of choices here. Of course, those are EBI-made balls, Ebonite International. Ebonite International makers of Track, Columbia 300, Hammer, and Ebonite. And Hammer being a sponsor of this event.
Nothing hits like a hammer. They got a great product line coming up. Some excellent balls already on the market. Shoot on down to your pro shop today. Pick yourself up a hammer product.
Good morning to Robert Curatolo in the chat. Good morning to Superior Pack Fan 1997. Let's have a good day today, guys, in the chat. I'm looking forward to it. Welcome back, Ricky. Glad you're up and with us this morning. Girl on 15 and 16 would be Miss Shannon Polhowski. She is, I believe it's a 4-time amateur champion at Team USA. I believe that's what that is. She's got countless medals. And this really, if you look at her international competition, I think I can make this statement, and I don't think it's false. She is the greatest left-handed female bowler in the world.
Yes, that's very true. It's incredible what she's accomplished.
And I really don't think there's an argument there. If somebody has someone that I'm forgetting about, feel free to throw that in there. But Alita Sill is retired for the most part, so we can't throw her in there. And Tish Johnson's had a very accomplished career. Got to throw her in there as well. But as of right now, Shannon Polhowski is the #1 female left-handed bowler on the planet Earth. And you get to watch her today bowl.
For a lot of money. $10,000 of the first place winner.
Thanks, Ryan, for the comment. Booba Duke, thank you very much. Agree with you. And yes, Ryan Downard, Shannon was the first Proprietors Cup winner. And you can go watch that final match on our Inside Bowling YouTube channel. That's the other thing that we failed to mention to everyone. If you haven't been watching us for long, or maybe you have, do us a favor. Would you please subscribe to our YouTube channel? Give us a subscribe. That way you'll be up to date when we're on the air again in the future. They'll send you an email if you want them to do so. You can also you'll get notifications when we upload new content. So give us a subscribe over on the YouTube.
Ah, yes, the YouTube.
Once again, a shout out to everyone here at Professor Bowl West.
Yeah, how
taking
awesome
care of
is
us.
the staff here? Top-notch facility.
This morning, we were greeted with the exact beverage that we wanted. They
Specially
went out,
purchased.
Yeah, they went and got it.
And they even wrote my name on it.
Yeah, this is going above and beyond is what it is.
It really is. They had a nice little note taped to my beverage. It says, "Just for Matt."
I will tell you this, though, that they're very smart here.
They are.
Because if you keep the live streaming guys happy, you're going to get more mentions. That's called networking. And they know how to network here, which I can only imagine if they network with us, they probably network with their Chamber of Commerce and the community quite a bit. And I can only imagine how much success this bowling center has on the revenue side of things because of the way they build their relationships.
I heard, and I don't know how true this is, I did not confirm, but I heard from a couple of employees that this is one of the only bowling centers in Little Rock. That the next closest bowling center is 25 miles away in a suburb. I do not know if that's completely true. I can't imagine. But
I have a question for the folks in the chat. How's our volume level? I'm curious about that because I don't see our levels really peaking out on our board right now. Okay. Thanks, Beefy. Thanks, Larry. Thanks, Booba. Thanks, Ryan. Wow. We must really be on today.
Yeah, we got some participation going on.
And if you were here last night late for the Barry Manilow, my apologies. Everybody in there says it's perfect, and I get a text from Brian that says acceptable.
Acceptable. Acceptable.
Oh,
that is such
boy.
a perfect answer
yeah,
from Brian.
It sure is, Brian. Good morning, Brian. Good morning. I think he does it on purpose.
Yeah.
I think Brian's more of an attention grabber than he leads on to be. You know.
Acceptable.
How's the volume this morning for having 4 hours of sleep and leaving the bowl at 1:30, Brian? Acceptable? Yeah. I got your acceptable right here, Brian. And if Sammy and Benny are watching, good morning, guys. How are you?
How do I explain this to my kids?
Yeah. Good morning, guys. What I want you to do is I want you to go grab those markers. And Dad's office.
Color all over the walls.
No, not the walls. He's got a big whiteboard in there.
Ah.
Got to keep it off the walls, guys.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the markers will be taken away forever. So we're watching lanes 13 and 14, game 1 of 4 this morning. It's going to go quick, and
yeah.
I'll tell you what, we need to be able to say, oh wow, it's over already, because yesterday, with this demanding oil pattern, we were like, holy cow, we got 4 more games to go?
Yeah. Yeah, it was already 12:30 and there were 3 games left.
Yeah, not to take anything away from the talent of the field or the event or anything, but man, yesterday was a long day.
It was definitely a grind.
We felt it as much as the bowlers.
Yeah, Ari Wilson, Mike Villarreal.
Yeah, probably not as much as them.
Bowled 24 games yesterday.
Yeah, and they're not here today. So
yeah,
and that's unfortunate because those guys have got some talent.
So hard.
We got Tom Brady and Tony Romo bowling together today.
Ryan, today, this morning is a 4-game cashers round. Then they're going to cut to the top 12 teams.
Yep.
For round-robin match played, and then we will crown a champion, total pinfall.
Yep.
And the champion will take home $10,000.
Yeah, and about 1 o'clock today, guys, I'm going to leave for about 3 hours. I will be back during intermissions, but the Blues play the Blackhawks today, so
that's serious business for Mike.
Hopefully that's okay.
Went out to dinner Friday night, and he was on top of the staff there, making sure that game was on TV.
The Blues and the Blackhawks are a close second passion of mine to bowling.
Jimmy Cook there on the left lane, coming in high, nasty split. The 3-4-7.
Tommy Barish. Oh, from the heart of the Midwest. Oh, Tommy Barish. Lane 14, front and center. Salmon shorts, blue shirt, perfect hair. Tommy Barish.
His hair was perfect.
Stayed at the same hotel as us. The Crown Plaza. Found out last night they were 1 room away from us. No wonder we couldn't get any sleep. They had a
Yeah.
party. Just kidding. Tommy bowled the first IB Open. He's been a supporter of everything that we've done at Inside Bowling. And love us some Tommy. Also, we have an event coming up next weekend. It's back-to-back weekends of coverage, everybody. You can watch next weekend. InsideBowling.com Open. Logo Infusion, the title sponsor over there. Ebonite International also involved there. Ebonite giving back to the sport so much with tournament sponsorships. And you get a bowling ball included with your entry there.
Yeah, how awesome is that?
More information, go to InsideBowling.com. Click on the big banner right at the top of the screen.
John, do you think Beasley is still moving left?
No, I'm not sure about that.
Last night, man, we saw Mitch Beasley stand farther left than any other bowler I've ever seen.
Hey, can we bring in the double pair, please?
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Let's bring in
see.
some
I got
other
a couple
bowlers.
levers to pull here. Pull those levers.
Yeah, about that one.
Okay,
There we go. You're looking at KD there, Cameron Doyle, not Katie Lang. Doyle's bowling good. He's bowling good. He is tall, too. I mean,
Yeah, Perry, he shot up like a foot in the last year.
when Doyle first came onto the scene, you know, he was just this young kid, threw it great, low to the ground. Not a lot of moving parts, but a lot of revolutions on the ball. And you go through a growth period in life. I believe they call that puberty. I believe that's the word for it.
Yeah, I think that's true.
And he has sprouted up like a beanpole.
Don't say beanpole.
It is a beanpole. That's what he is tall. Hey, you know what, though? Girls like tall guys.
Yeah.
Telling you. Being a
you would know.
beanpole in today's world,
I don't have any idea what that's like.
trust me, you got to carry an Easton aluminum baseball bat in your car.
A
All right?
beanpole
All right?
in today's world.
Absolutely. It's a compliment. Anyway, Doyle looking handsome as ever. He is
He's good for you, huh?
battled a few things in the last year with some timing and some repeating of shots, and a lot of it is due, and Barnes talked about it yesterday when he spent some time in the booth. When you grow like that, that takes a while to get adjusted to. I mean, imagine if you go from being Greg Maddox and then you're built like Randy Johnson the next year. I mean, how would that screw up your pitching mechanics? So, Cameron Doyle, it's good to see him bowling good. Very, very good to see him bowling good. Cameron also starting to learn his equipment quite a bit. Signed his first ever staff contract. He's on board with Track Bowling. Of course, he can throw all the EVI brands, but Cameron, he and Don Barrett are with Track now, and Track making some great equipment as well. With the Paradox kind of where it really shot up, and then that Legion Solid's a fantastic bowling ball. That's what Cameron was used all day yesterday to out-average everybody in the tournament. And the Heat is a favorite of, say, a guy like Tom Doherty, Amleto Monticelli.
And myself.
And Matt Turek, actually, yeah. So a lot of good things going on there. A lot of good things going on there. And Cameron, I've had a chance to work with him a little bit on some video stuff and things like that. Very nice young man. We're going to get a look at him again here as he sets up on the left lane. You notice he bends his knees. That was something he started working on to stay low to the ground as he has shot up in height. Another good shot by Cam. He was too upright.
It kind of reminds me of Ray Spink.
Oh yeah, I got a little bit of that. I can feel
just
that.
a little bit.
Yeah, I get you with that a little bit. I think Cam's taller than Ray.
He is. I think that's accurate, but he just his
mannerisms and his makeup. Yeah. This Jeffrey Young, he's a grinder too. You know, he's a junior gold champion, I believe. He's also a collegiate national champion. He also was one on our stream, the Boot Hill.
Yeah.
Woody Dimma's last Boot Hill that he ran. Not necessarily the last forever, but for now on hiatus. We were fortunate enough to be there and work with him in his event. in July of 2013, I believe.
It's been that long already.
That was back when we were on about a 6-week tour of streaming bowling tournaments.
That was a lot of fun.
Collegiate tournaments, singles tournaments, doubles tournaments. Got a very talented field this morning. As I look around, I see even like a guy like Brandon Novak. I mean, Novak won the Bradley twice in a row, finished second to the Friars Cup before. Over 100, 300 games. The guy is nails.
Don't say nails. Say good. He's good.
I'm trying to downplay the word good and great on our airwaves.
How about awesome?
It's said way too much.
That sure was a good shot. He threw that ball great.
Yeah, I think people probably play drinking games
Hey, that's a good idea.
with good and great on our airwaves.
That's a good
So
idea.
I'm trying to switch it up.
A couple drinking games.
Trying to expand the dendrites.
Yeah, and anytime I say intense, that's a triple drink.
Are you saying you want to go camping?
Yeah, I could go camping. Why not?
Doyle comes in light for the 2-8-10. I don't know if we've ever seen this spare converted on our airwaves. This would be a good time to start.
Yeah, they bounce around like the Dickens here. They really bounce.
Will Barnes really bowled good last night. Coming off the C squad. Improved their position. They were already in the cut, but bowled again to improve their position. And they came in at 12th position, 179 over. Their earlier squad that they bowled 145 over. So they improved their position by 34 pins. I believe we were getting a prize list put on our website.
Let's take a look here real quick at Kyle Sherman. He goes smash 8 on this lane, then smash 9 on lane 9. Now he's back on lane 8. Let's see if he can carry those 8s and 9s. It's pretty incredible. His partner, Brad Miller. Both bowled for Lindenwood University.
They do have a prize payout now on the event information tabs on Inside Bowling. $10,000 for first, $5,000 for second, $2,400 for third, $1,500 for fourth, $1,400 for fifth, $1,300 for sixth, then $1,200, $1,100, $1,000, $50, $1,000, $950, then $900. The last cash spot receives $500. Prize fund of $33,200.
And Kyle gets all 10. Brad likes it. Here's Cameron Doyle. Chris Barnes going for the 3-6-10. Chops it.
So if I'm doing my math on the prize fund here, they had 83 teams, and it was $400 to enter the tournament. So they are paying out all of the money received from the bowlers.
That's good.
So 100% return on your money here. Now, they do have some added sponsorship dollars. I'm sure there was some bracket money to be had. But this bowling center is a busy bowling center, and to give up an entire weekend of revenue for this event is probably, in my estimation, of between $8,000 and $10,000 loss. Plus, they also had to pay for the live stream to be here.
Was it cheaper to re-enter?
I don't believe so.
It was the same price.
I think so. So, so hats off to the folks here at Professor Bowl West. Dave and Jeanette Gibson, proprietors here. They wanted to have a great event, and they're on their way doing it by paying out to the bowlers. This is the first year. Hard to believe, first year. Pretty smooth. I've seen tournaments been around for a long, long time and not run as smooth as this. A couple of hiccups here and there, but that's always going to happen.
Yeah, you could be running tournaments for 20 years and you'll have problems, hiccups. I think what's most impressive is the names that came out to bowl for their first year.
That's true. They did have a lot of support from guys like DJ Archer, rallying the troops, getting some people here, Chris Barnes, and on and on.
Chris Barnes with the flat 10.
Eric Binky checking in this morning as well. Let's get a look at old Aaron McCarthy. And just as I say
She's
that,
not
she
happy this
didn't
morning.
like that shot.
She's not too thrilled. She left the flat 10 on this lane last time she was on it.
I'll tell you one of my favorite things about Barnes' game is I love the way he throws at 10 pins. He's got like this way that he flattens out his wrist, and you don't see everybody do it these days, but it's like his hand stays in this locked position of flat. Like it never moves. He like suitcases it at the 10 pin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I've not noticed, but let's see what it
Yeah,
does
next
there.
time next time we don't want you to leave a 10 pin, Chris, but when you do, I'll point it out. Well, they got the air conditioning on now. I just kicked it on.
It's about to get chilly.
Yes, it is. Whoa,
Oh, man.
Jimmy Cook over on 14. You can see it way off to the right of your screen. How about the old 3-4-7-10? After Will Barnes completes his shot, maybe we can go over and watch Jimmy Cook give this a run. Oh, a nasty split over there. Tony Capagna throwing at a split as well. We got a lot of splits happening here. All right, Jimmy Cook, show us how to pick the 3-4-7-10. Show us.
Oh, it's pretty close.
That was close. That was
Comes old
close.
Barnesy.
Oh, Barnesy. He's swarming around. He says there's more friction in the front today. I will tell you this. We just got done talking about you, Chris. You have got one of the most patented, memorable, I guess it would be, suitcase at the 10-pin releases I've ever seen. That's what it is.
He's got
he
more
says
practice.
he shoots more than other people, and yes, that makes sense now. He says there's more friction in the front, Matt Turek. What is that going to mean for today's competition?
Well, I think that's going to make the ball react differently than the players were expecting.
It's going to make it read earlier.
It sure will, Mike, and I think that might force the end result of the ball down the lane. You know, I don't know if the balls are gonna react to the player's liking, and we'll have to just see how that plays out.
Well, you're going to need balls that's going to help you get through the front part of the lane a little bit better. And the balls that down lane are
Yes,
going to have a
balls.
little more motion off the spot, but not too much because you don't want that thing to go a little word we call sideways.
Sideways is bad. I still expect the bowler who throws the ball the best and carries the most is going to wind up on top. And as long as his partner can carry him in the bad games, I think that they're going to do all right. Where's old Anthony at? When you give him a mic, get him mic'd up maybe. I guess we can't if you're going to steal it.
I was just instructed by Ricky in the chat that I need to get out of the chair and go roam. So that's precisely what I'm doing.
He didn't even ask. He commanded you. Mike, roam time to see if anyone is doing. What's doing down there, Mike?
We got an even game. We got a 20 over. We got a Tommy Jones bowling well. Matt Gasson 199. Tommy Jones can bowl 244, but he's got a 210 in the 10th frame that he's shooting at. DeMore and Kroll, 212 and 150. Some of these scores are approximates, by the way. 177 for Ted Pritz's partner. Pritz can bowl 218. Losi bowled 216. Lavery can bowl, let's see, 94, 124, 151, 244, but he just got a 7 count. He's going to be in the 2 teens. See what else I can get for you. You're watching Barnes and Will finish up, and Barnes and Jeffrey Young. Will Barnes, 188. Jeffrey Young can bowl 227. It was 223 for Doyle. And Chris Barnes up in the 10th frame can bowl 203. First shot in the 10th. Kyle Barnes, 199. 204 for Brad Miller. Possible 238 left for, I apologize. It looks like it's Aaron McCarthy can bowl 200 even. Kyle Barnes can bowl 238. It was Brad Miller 204. Kyle Sherman, first shot in the 10th, he can bowl 181. Looks like Archer can bowl 237. His partner 206. Looks like it was 247. $247 for Simonson's partner, which I believe is Garcia, right? Yeah, Garcia 247. Simonson can bowl 277. So that's a huge game. They can bowl 514 as I'm down here in the trenches, cutting in and out now. Simonson doubles in the 10th. Ratliff and Troop, 30-something over that game. And that's about all I got right now.
Thanks, Mike.
And I was incorrect on Miller's score, too. I really get confused with these scoring consoles. It was
They're very hard to read.
Kyle Sherman's leading off in bowl 214. Brad Miller bowled is going to bowl 161 with a fill here.
I didn't see it. I almost dropped my bag on it.
Yeah, don't do that, Matt. Although we do hate that microphone.
We could use another. That's the third time that's happened this morning. Morning, Greg. Thanks for tuning in.
So game 1 of 4 in the books. Game number 2 coming up now here right in front of you as the bowlers shuffle around and they shift around and they figure out where they're going to go, because once they figure that out, we're going to have some more action for you here. Game 2 of 4. 2016 Boom Doubles. Matt, happy to be with you. Mike Flanagan here. We're at the Professor Bowl West here in Little Rock, Arkansas. Tamara Dunning, her staff, doing a great job. Tournament team. 83 in all is how many entries we had. We're going to pay $10,000 to first place today. We've seen 8 games of qualifying. All pins are carrying over into this round and through this round. And then after this, oh, do we have a treat for you. Coming up here, about an hour and a half, the top 12 teams are going to take each other on in a little round-robin match play.
Boom, boom, boom.
The 12th game is going to be the all-important position round. AIPR is what we call that. The all-important position round. And hopefully it's close and we've got some drama. Hopefully when they come off of turn 4, they're just seconds apart, coming to the checkered flag.
I like your analogy there.
We shall see. Or it'll be like the Kentucky Derby where Seabiscuit comes from the outside. 12 thoroughbreds behind. Anthony Simonson bowls 277. Did you finish it out? He is pumped up. He was here so late.
Yeah, he was here just as late as we were.
Here's a microphone for you. Anthony Simonson joins us now. Anthony, nice start. Talk about your morning so far.
I think I'm still partly asleep. Matt still got the same grin he had on last night at about 1:30. His hair still looks good. His hair looks good today as it did yesterday.
As in Gasson. Yep, we got a lot of Matts here. Yep.
But going good.
And what'd your partner have?
240.
7.
Nice.
Yes, let's go with that.
That's what I saw.
Okay.
I just wanted you to talk
bowled-
about how great your partner
bowled-
is.
He bowled 240. Just rolled the 3-pin. Good start.
On the featured pair. On the featured pair. Yeah, that's not turning off today. I don't know why. Look at it. He's like, oh, what am I doing wrong? It
won't turn off?
No,
That's weird.
Not that I know. I think that just the microphone wanted to play tricks on Simonson. Simonson last night was our sideline reporter.
Yeah, and he should be joining us again today.
While he's bowling is what he
Which,
said.
yeah, which is
What he
pretty
wanted
exciting.
to do. Yeah, that's what he wanted to do. Hey, you know what? Whatever the kids want, Matt, that's what we give them.
Kids these days. Here's a good look at Tommy Jones. Tommy, even though they're here today, it always seemed like every time I watched him yesterday, he was struggling. Just couldn't carry. Had some bad breaks. Threw the ball great.
Check, baby. 1, 2. Okay. Let's make sure that mic works. All right.
Here's Anthony Simonson. Switch zone.
I have a prediction right here. I think he's gonna get them all. I think he's gonna get 12 of them. He wants to be in on this broadcast.
Yeah, here he comes. He wants it. Oh no, he's going to the snack bar.
Oh no. Yeah,
The
yeah,
bar
okay.
of
All right.
snacks.
Yeah, we'll get him. We'll get him. Okay. This is a good pair. This is a good pair to have up.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Tommy and Matt, Zeno, and Anthony. You know, I like to talk about before and after puzzles on Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
I like to come up with bowling ones.
Okay.
So I've got one for you.
Okay.
And this is a really, really cool one. I think the people in the chat are really going to like this. And we will tell Anthony hello for all of you in the chat. Ready for the before and after puzzle?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Earl Anthony Simonson. It's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thought you might like that one.
Oh, yeah. Boy, old Zeno here reminds me of an old friend back home, Faj McQueen, the way he releases the ball.
Oh, yeah, the old Fahaj.
Me and him.
Fajies.
Me and him are going to start playing a little tennis this year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You're going to hit the little green, lime green ball around a little
we're gonna
bit?
knock it around. He plays in a couple leagues, and he said he's going to show me how to hit the ball different ways.
Well, there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can
Oh,
do it
yeah,
on the
slice,
forehand or
yeah,
the backhand.
forehand, the backhand, the
Yeah.
slice, the lob, the drop.
Oh yeah, the drop. I remember back when I used to play professionally, the drop.
What year was that, Mike?
74.
74.
Yeah.
Okay.
The drops sometimes that I had.
Yeah. Were they incredible?
Brought my opponents to their knees
Yeah.
on occasion.
Yeah.
Yep. Just it.
Now, was this on clay, or did they have hard court
no,
back then?
I never played on clay.
No. We weren't a fan of the clay.
I had to protect my feet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I can imagine. I bet it's rough on the clay. You slide around a little bit.
You do, and you have to look for moisture. You know, if there's moisture on the clay, being from the Midwest, usually didn't work out so well. I usually let my trainers go out there and try it first, and they gave me the no-go.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's understandable. They want to keep your knees and ankles healthy. You don't want nobody. You don't want to roll an ankle out on the clay.
Right.
It gets a little damp out there.
I did win the backyard gravel.
Oh, did you? The gravel?
Yeah, I played on gravel.
Boy, how many titles do you have on gravel?
3.
3.
Small sample size.
Yeah, well, I mean, you only play for 15 years. It's,
Well, what's interesting about when you play tennis on gravel, just like bowling on gravel, it does affect the way the ball goes.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could hit a rock at any given angle, and it could just bounce into,
Right.
all over the place. On
Yeah.
the
Hey,
bounce.
let's get a ruling on this in the chat. They talk about wanting to slow down the scoring pace. Gravel lanes. Gravel lanes.
Yeah.
You want to talk about an oil pattern drying up quick. That's a way to do it.
Yeah. It sure is.
I think ball speed would probably become the #1 most important thing in bowling is ball speed. If you're bowling on gravel.
Yeah. I mean, how often are you going to have to switch balls?
Well, yeah.
I mean, you figure the gravel's going to tear it up. Maybe Anthony could input it.
You have to put some new materials in the ball. Hammer would be ahead of the game
with the carbon fiber.
Yeah, it would. That would be interesting. You're thinking about tennis here, and we're off on this ridiculous tangent, but now that I'm really, really thinking about it, just imagine if bowling did have different types of surfaces that you bowled on.
Like tennis?
Yeah, besides
They have the
wood.
hard. Well, I mean, it's similar with wood being softer, more porous than
What
the
if
hard.
What if you bowled on a very like a putting green, zoysia, just different things like that. What if you had like an inch of water
Man.
on a lane?
What if you had just a lake, like a puddle,
You could, yeah.
and you had to play the puddle,
I would prefer to see the entire lane.
the entire lane underwater?
Yeah, with splash guards.
Well, of
Because when you
course.
set the ball down, you're going to get a
You're
splash.
going to get a little bit of spray.
You know, I did actually convince someone one time when I was in high school that I was an outdoor bowler and that I had 3 different sets of cleats to help me slide better.
Cleats.
Yeah. Good morning, Matt. Ramona. We don't like hearing that bowling is
No.
slowly dying.
We don't like that at all. And that's why we're here right now in Little Rock, Arkansas. Professor Bowl bringing you action of the 2016 Boom Doubles.
That's right. Mike and Matt here this morning with you. We were here late last night. We got about 4 hours of sleep. We're not complaining. But if the commentary is not up to snuff.
Yeah, we might be a little slap happy here
YouTube
soon.
does have this really cool thing. They've got this little slide bar where you can turn down our volume. You just click on the little, looks like a speaker, and you can just mute us.
Thanks for telling them how to mute us.
Well, some people like to listen to Pandora and watch bowling.
Ah.
You know, hey, if you're watching the screen, we're happy. That gives us the hits. That gives us the viewership. We're good. You know?
Yeah.
No problem. We're good. Yeah. We might go on autopilot for all of match play today, actually.
All of match play.
Yeah. We're just going to put Simonson in the booth to click the cameras in between
Yeah.
the shots, and we'll be Buffalo Wild Wings.
Sounds good.
Or in the bar here, actually, would probably be a better spot.
Well, they don't have any.
Oh, we
They
get
don't have-
we get a tab here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I guess I could support the sponsors for that.
Look at Matt Gasson. Look at Matt Gasson in the white and red today.
Hey, he's looking sharp.
Yeah, I wonder if that's intentional. I wonder if the white and red is something on a Sunday that just
Yeah.
makes him feel more at ease
It
and
could
more
be.
calm.
Yeah, definitely could be.
You know, Tiger wears red on Sunday, or at least he used to when he was
used to.
relevant. Simonson, he says, you know what? I like wearing pink on Sunday. He's looking good out there. He's really looking good out there. We like him.
Do we have the cable for this?
We like that look. No, we really don't.
Mighty
There-
fine shot there, Anthony. Mighty
That's-
fine.
A little better than the last one.
We're
that lane.
We're a little disappointed though. We were really hoping for 3 bills.
Well, I think we're gonna make the cut. We'll have 12 games,
Okay.
both 3 bills.
Preferably near
Oh.
us though. We don't have to get up.
Well, I'll be sideline reporting, so
On himself.
we'll be able.
Anybody's watching cartoons this morning? You'll see what's going on in your favorite Scooby-Doo show?
I try to stick to SpongeBob.
Tommy Jones coming over and talking to Anthony Simonson about cartoons. I would be willing to bet that Tommy watches more cartoons than Anthony.
More than likely. So last night, we found somebody that looked like Billy Oatman. We need to see
Okay.
if somebody in the chat can find an actor that looks like Tommy Jones.
All right. There you go, Chet. You guys have got
You've
an
been
assignment.
challenged. It is your Sunday morning challenge.
Is your shirt salmon or pink?
It's a good question. Give me about a frame and a half, and I'll figure it out, okay?
All
Okay.
right, all right.
All right.
I'll do some investigating.
There you go.
Booba thinks
Anthony
it's
Simonson.
salmonella. There you folks at home can decide for yourselves. Anthony Simonson's shirt color. Go ahead, type her into the chat. We've got an award of nothing for the winner. Whoever gets it right first.
No, we'll give them 5 words on air. We'll say them for them, but whatever 5 words they want said, we'll say.
Who?
The winner.
Okay. Yeah, we'll give you a 5-word shout out. to whatever you want.
No restrictions either. But hey, if you end up costing this tournament the sponsors for next year because of what we have to say on the air, that's on you.
Yep.
You'll have to answer to all the
We're going to
bowlers.
give them all of your information.
Yep.
So keep that in mind. Josh Gardner says it's pink. I'm sorry, John Gardner says it's pink. Rose, Greg M. Rose. That is an interesting color name. Fuchsia.
Boo,
Oh, and he
dude.
spares it. Anthony Simonson spares
did.
it.
He did.
Watermelon.
Yeah. Oh,
Watermelon.
I don't know. That might be my vote. Watermelon. I like
Yeah.
that. Nice job, Dwayne. I like that a lot. Watermelon. We do have an interactive chat. If you're watching on our website, you can head over to YouTube and chat with us. And I got a little link here for you. YouTube.com/Inside Bowling. Click on the live now, and you're off to the races.
Tommy Jones for a 10-pin. That was automatic. Island Breeze.
His shirt color is Island Breeze.
Island Breeze.
Joining us back now in the booth is Anthony Simonson as
got
he
a
participates.
We've got a shirt update. According to the picture that I order from, it is pink raspberry.
Oh, pink raspberry.
There are some interesting colors on here.
Well, we had a couple of good
There's-
guesses.
We have bright purple, which does not look very bright. Carolina blue, brilliant blue, steel gray, teal green. I thought teal was its own color.
Yeah, it's like a shade of green, but it is its own color. Yeah.
So why? I think it should
It's
just
just
say
maybe
teal.
it's a combination. It's a mashup.
It's a mixture.
Yeah, of teal and green.
I don't design the shirts. I just wear them. Did y'all enjoy the 4 hours of sleep?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. We sure did. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I did. Stopped and got some Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Missed a turn and then found Taco Bell, so I stopped.
When you go to Taco Bell, what did you order last night for the little
I
late
got a
night snack?
chicken and cheese quesadilla because apparently they were out of meat.
That's not the first time
Pretty
I've heard
interesting.
that.
It'd be like them saying they're out of like taco shells.
Yeah. All right, here goes Anthony from the booth to the lanes right now. Zeno's got to be thinking to himself, dude,
Yeah, what the
are you
heck is
here to
going
bowl or are you here to have fun with the guys in the booth? But no, we're only kidding. He's enjoying himself. We've given the same invitation to all the bowlers.
Yeah, we got an open seat policy here.
We sure do.
You can come on by and sit down and give us a quick update on your day.
Tommy Jones rolls the 10. I don't know what hit it, but that's what you call power. Tommy, is that the MVP? A little Game Breaker 2 MVP action out there. Something just happened. Will Barnes just converted the, what was it? Greek Church. We just had the Greek Church picked on lane 18 by Will Barnes.
Ah, yes, the Greek church.
If this is your first time ever watching our webcast or watching bowling ever, which does happen on occasion, the old YouTube puts us in the search area and people just stumble on in here. Welcome to our webcast. Welcome to bowling. We'd love for you to go to your local pro shop, get a ball, get interested in the game. And the Greek Church is when you leave the 4, 6, 7, 9, 10 for a right-hander. And it's the 4, 6, 7, 8, 10 for a left-handed bowler.
There's a 7-10 up on lane 17 for Darryl Ratliff.
There sure is. I don't know if
Be
I
able
can
to see a little bit off the right side of your screen
By the
there.
time I were to get this camera up, I think it would be too late.
He's already up on the approach.
Yeah, he's doesn't waste any time. He's probably going to pick it up.
Oh,
No, he didn't, but I need to get this other camera ready just in case something like that's ever going on. I can just grab it and I can post it. All right, I think I got it under control now. Here is Matthew Gasson. His father, Billy, is watching this morning. Just gave us a shout out on Facebook. And old Matthew's got her working today. He looks good out there on the lanes. They're talking a little bit about, hey, I moved this much, or I did this. And I know that Matt was looking forward to bowling with Tommy today. He's never bowled with Tommy Jones before. And Tommy's got to be pretty happy with his horse because Matt's really kept a level head, and they've actually worked really well together. For as much as they've been getting caught up with not being able to carry, not that they're the only team that hasn't been able to carry very well, but they've worked well together. I've liked their rapport. And Tommy he almost 7 nines.
Wow. Yep. It's not its fault.
Yeah, Billy Gasson just tagged me on Facebook, says, the line of the weekend. I once convinced someone that I was an outside bowler and that I had 3 different sets of cleats to help me slide. Classic. I can't stop laughing. Billy Gasson also enjoyed at the Holiday Doubles last year when I talked to George Gohagan and asked him to go to a concert with me. And when he said, what are we going to go see? Without hesitation, I said Kansas. And he said, that would be just fine, sir.
Kansas, George Gohagan.
All right, Anthony Simonson back from the lanes.
Did I miss a funny comment?
Well, no, we've been talking about some things. I once convinced some people when I went to high school that I was an outside bowler and that I had 3 different sets of cleats to help me slide, and they believed me.
That's definitely a good one. Is the camera on?
Yeah.
16 at all? Does it reach?
16?
Yeah, oh, that 6-pin? Yeah, I caught it.
Pocket 6 pin?
Yeah, the pocket 6-pin. It caught it off to the right of your screen there, if you noticed.
Here's Gasson. And now he stuffs a 9 as well. Both of them back-to-back 9.
Well, we had a major split conversion, but no
Yeah, we
cameras.
didn't catch it, yeah.
Yeah, we did. We did. The problem, Anthony, is we need people to be conscious of what pairs they're on, when to leave those and pick those.
Yeah.
I mean, I
If
don't
they could
think
leave 'em on-
anybody wants to leave them.
Anthony is now going over to grab some water and then to the lanes. He'll be checking in with us, I guess, throughout the day.
Yeah.
During the event. Hopefully you enjoy that. If there's anything you'd like for us to ask him while he's bowling, evidently he's open to it. Standings are encrypted.
Not quite sure what that means.
Yes, Anthony is still with Storm. What's my favorite ball? Okay, I can get there. I can get there.
Ricky
All
already
right.
took care of it.
No, well, that was the Steel Rhino was the first one I ever bowled 300 with when I was 13. Yeah, I just fig jammed right there. Let's see. Let's see about the encryption here that I was told about. Let me take a quick little gander.
I got it. It's up.
Standings after game. Oh, boy. Yeah, it sure is. I don't know what that is.
It's. Do you have top 20 standings corrected?
No, we're after game number 1
Oh,
now. in
after
this
game
round.
1. Oh, look at that, boy. You guys can't read that? I can read it just fine. But just so the folks at home can read it, we're going to We're going to.
Hang on a second. This is picture worthy. I'm going to go there and say, Michael, did you put this in?
Okay, so we're working on
Yeah.
we're working on getting the.
Yeah.
We're gonna give everyone a decoder pin.
Yeah, like a Rosetta Stone.
Well, now here's Simonson.
Boy, this isn't shaping out too good.
No. He just said on our broadcast that nobody wants to leave splits, and then he just left one. So I think Simonson's going to convert this just because he knows how much it would mean to pick this on a feature pair and then come back and be able to talk about it after.
We already picked the 3, 4, 6, 7 on air on this lane. I'm sorry, on the other lane.
I didn't know that there was a GIF on Facebook that had Oprah shaking it with fig jam raining around her.
Yeah, I saw that.
But now I do.
Fig jam raining around.
Thanks
her.
to Ricky Matsko from St. Louis, Missouri, you get our official Facebook private message of the day.
Shipped it.
Oh, he made it. Beefy, we need to have a side conversation about the making of GIFs. I need to learn more about the making of GIFs for my job, actually.
Whoops.
The one request that we do have currently this weekend to anyone that may be watching that is a bowler or that goes and bowls bowling tournaments or that maybe just goes to the local grocery store. We are really liking this trend that's starting to happen with the lip-syncing vehicle driving. We know it's a bit dangerous, so if you want to pull off the side of the road and do it in a parked spot, we recommend that. But we want to see some more lip-syncing of bowlers out there. Ronnie Horton, I believe, started the trend. Joe Scarborough has picked it up now, and so has Bob Learn Jr.
Dwayne has his official Boom doubles decoder ring and says he was able to read the standings just fine.
Oh. Let's see. Let's see if it's been.
I just checked.
No, we still got the hieroglyphics going on. I wonder if there's a way that I could copy. No, it's an image. I'd like to copy that and try to decode it. Ooh. All right.
Yep, they got it down. That's a good sign.
Here's TJ. Tommy Jones, possible 238 left on lanes 13 and 14, and it's still available. We've got a 238 up for grabs, just a matter of whether or not someone's going to claim it. This is probably the coolest GIF I've ever seen. I wonder if I can copy this and then paste it. Yeah.
Not sure how pasting GIFs. Technically, it's an image.
I'm going to look.
Technically, it's an image.
So if I click on this,
Right click.
I can download it.
Oh, you can.
All right. I got it right over here. I think
This pair hooks a little more than the other pair.
Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that. It looks like you're getting the ball to a good spot.
It is 9:45. and I'm contemplating about lofting the ball already.
Well, you were lofting yesterday.
The problem was that I don't think it was 9:45, and I slept for more than 4 hours. I might have got 5.
Oh, you're lucky. We
I'm pretty sure I woke up at like 5 a.m. and freaked out because I thought I slept. That bug was slept past the alarm.
We had that happen to us today, too. We really felt that way.
Okay, here, didn't miss a beat. I think my goal in this 10 frame is not necessarily a strike, but just more than 6.
there you go. It's like Zeno's found something.
All right, I just posted this. Oh man, it doesn't work. I don't even know how you post a GIF. I gotta pull it down. Ricky, I need your help. I need your help, buddy. I'm gonna delete this post. Let's see. I really want people to see this GIF. All right, Ricky, I'm sending this to you. Here. I'm gonna have him post it. Post that text with the GIF. Thanks. All right. I think he's an admin over there on the IB page still, right? Isn't he an admin?
I don't know.
Let me go look at. Go look at the page managers here. We got a bunch of page managers because I see that we commit the cardinal sin of what you do on your own page. You don't like your own post, but people that are like admins, like I guess like the post and forget that it's.
Oh, they don't know that they're on Inside Bowling.
Yeah, yeah. So we look like we like love ourselves all the time. But hey, I'd rather have that problem than the latter. Let's see what old Ricky's got to say here. Yeah, perfect. All right, Ricky. See if you can get that posted on there. That's what we want. We want that. I want that Oprah GIF on there.
Anthony is moving in front of the ball return in game 2. And makes a great shot.
Take a drink, everybody. Take a drink. Chris Barnes and Cameron Doyle are your leaders at plus 509 after game number 1. Second, Wadka and Cook at plus 423. Polhowski and Vi have moved up closer to second now at plus 361. Fourth is Faulkner and Richmond at plus 326. Fifth, Archer and Rice at plus 302. If you want to see those standings, you can see them now on InsideBowling.com underneath the event information tabs. Currently right now, 12th position is Allen and Cormier at plus 206. Just outside of that is Young and Will Barnes. They're 13 behind. 30 behind is McCarthy and Kyle Barnes. 32 behind is Brannigan and Maldonado. I've got Ricky working on an assignment right now, remotely. Gary Faulkner is bowling, and there are 2 Gary Faulkners in bowling. This is the one that just won the World Championship. It would be nice to live stream the putt-putt competition that Chris Barnes and I are going to have, but I'm not sure exactly how we would set up our cameras, and I don't know what internet's like on a miniature golf course.
Yeah, that would be tough.
I'm looking forward to that match, though. 72 holes minimum for me and Mr. Barnes. It's on my bucket list. I expect to lose. I expect to lose kind of like JT Jackson lost in his match against Barnes.
I don't remember that one.
It would probably be a pretty similar trouncing. Barnes and JT bowled heads up for $5,000 on the PBA's Extra Frame channel.
Really?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Just one game?
It was a 3-game match, I believe.
Yeah.
If you, when we archive the footage, Barnes spent some time talking about it yesterday.
Okay.
We had a really good couple-hour interview with Chris Barnes yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
Anthony's happy to get away from that pair.
Yeah. It looked like he found something when he moved into the cap. It's really interesting to see. They've definitely started lofting a lot quicker.
Yep. Thank you, buddy. Not yet. Too early for missions, yeah.
Oh man.
I'll be roaming in game 3 and 4. So the top 12 advance today for our round robin match play that'll be coming up immediately after this round. I guess that's the best we can do. I don't. If you go to our Facebook page now and you click on the link, it's Oprah sending in a special gift to us this morning.
Look at it. It's so funny.
She never stops. She never stops. Could you imagine her at this tournament? Legitimately. Oh my.
Boy, we really gone off the rails now. We've just been laughing for minutes.
Funny to me.
All 194 people.
I do not know why I find this so funny. Inside Bowling Facebook page, facebook.com/Inside Bowling. You don't even have to be a member of Facebook to go view our page. So just enter that into your web browser, and then click on that link, and then and then look at that for about 30 seconds. And if you don't crack a smile, well, then I'm sorry I wasted 30 seconds of your life. But oh my goodness gracious, ooh, was that funny? Patrick Allen, bowling now. We're going to do something with this Oprah Winfrey Fig Jam Award. I don't know what it is yet, but we are going to start to do something with that. Oh, man. That one got me. That one definitely got me. That one definitely got me. Jerry Lloyd says that match between Chris and Jackson was a one-game winner-take-all for $10,000, I think. It could have been. It very well could have been. My memory is vague on that one. PA, look at that.
Yeah.
Mike, what do you think is one of the best balls for wet patterns? Okay, I guess slick patterns, a lot of oil. Well, considering I'm heavily involved and I'm a partner of Ebonite International, I know their product line top to bottom, so it makes a lot of sense for me to just go there. I would probably put you into a raw urge. That's going to start up really soon. If you want something that gets a little bit further down the lane, not much, but a little bit further down the lane, is going to give you a little more back end. Probably slightly less overall hook, though. Maybe very similar, but just a different way that it hooks is a better way to put it, would be the Scandal from Hammer. If you were looking for something that wasn't quite as aggressive, but still is very strong, a Warrior Elite from Ebonite. And one of the best overall balls on the market today is the Track Paradox. It does hook a lot. It does continue. But can be used longer throughout a day. It's not as one-dimensional as those other balls. Those other balls you'd want to start with and stay in them for a game, game and a half, and then ball down. Paradox, you can stay in a little bit longer. So if that's more comfortable to you, then that might be a good ball for you. But that would be, and I'm confident in all of those products. And then also, for 90% of the bowlers on the planet, the gas mask core is unbelievable for 90% of the bowlers on the planet. And that was used in the original Black Widow. It was also carried over into the Taboo series. It's been used multiple times, but currently right now, current inline products is the Red Legend Solid, the original Legend, the Dark Legend. I would definitely give a gas mask core a try if you haven't tried one before, and see if you fit into the 90% of people or the 10% of people. But the 90% that they like it, they love it, and it's really a nice tool to have in the bag. Yeah, Ricky says the Ebonite Adrenaline Overload could be a possibility too. That's a very underrated ball. Not a lot of units out there on that one. It kind of got overshadowed, but man, yeah, it is a good ball, Ricky. Today, really, just about all the bowling balls are good. And remember, don't give up on a ball if you drill it and it's not exactly what you're looking for. You can take it into your pro shop and get a lot of things done to it. You can add polish, you can add surface, you can just simply add a balance hole. And then when all else fails, you can plug all holes and re-drill. So a lot of opportunities. To get matched up with a bowling ball. Game number 3 of 4 underway. Mike here with you. 2016 Boom Doubles here from Little Rock, Arkansas. Inaugural year for this event. Gracious hosts here at Professor Bowl West. After game number 1, Simonson had 277, Chris Vi 256, 247 for Zeno. Kyle Troop 243, Faulkner 242, AJ Rice 234, along with Tommy Jones and Billy Oatman. That was back in game number 1. I just happened to see this handed to me, and I thought I'd read it off for you. Nick Pate. And lane 14's been one that when we've seen people come through that they go high on quite a bit. And Simonson just talked about how much more this pair hooked than the last one. You're going to see Gary Faulkner off on the right-hand side of your screen. He's on lane 15. And he gets a strike. Didn't like his footing there, but likes the result nonetheless. it sounds like they got some bacon being made.
Yeah, it's probably my bacon.
What'd you order?
A bacon, sausage, and cheese biscuit sandwich.
Wow. Now I want like 4 strips of bacon. Maybe I can finagle that, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, they're super nice here.
I think I can probably eat those finger foods up in the booth. Would you call bacon finger foods?
You eat it with your fingers, yeah. I guess I would.
But you need
yeah.
a paper towel, probably.
Yeah, it'd be a little greasy. You know, you don't want to get get all that on the mouse or anything. Here's Daryl Ratliff. Game 3 of 4 here.
Oh yeah, the air's working, Dave.
Yep, I already got my coat on. Yes, Ricky. Bacon goes good with bacon, and yes, Booba. Bacon wrapped bacon sandwich topped with some bacon. You're not going to go wrong there, that's for sure. You think I ought to ask Anthony Simonson what his favorite breakfast food is?
It would be the 3rd time.
Boy, that bacon smells good.
It's got to be driving the bowlers crazy.
Man, it smells good. Well, here's a look at Patrick Allen on the right side of your screen. He's going to be coming into view right now. Tripping to 6-pin, 7 out late.
Daryl Ratliff, Kyle Troop. Won't be long. We'll have an update after game number 2. Remember, we're looking for the teams that are in the top 12 advanced to today's 12-team round-robin match play. Doubles format. Complete games. It's not Baker. Troop's got it going on.
Yeah, he does.
He and his partner, Daryl Ratliff. Little team camaraderie there. I actually told Kyle up at the snack bar this morning that we should, I hope he wins the tournament so we can see if our headsets will fit over his hair.
That'd be interesting.
Hi, Gary. Yes, it's cold.
You freezing.
Are you cold too? Yes. Yes. Okay, there you go. It's official. Thank you. Awesome. Oh, they didn't just bring me 4 strips of bacon.
Well, they give you, oh my God, they got you a whole basket.
They brought me out. They brought me a heart attack.
Tag in a basket.
and heart attacks aren't anything to joke about, by the way. But
not at all. Oh, I'm gonna destroy this thing.
actually, the one thing that I'm learning as you get older
I'm stealing this bacon.
is you really start to appreciate life. I've seen a lot of death recently in my news feeds on Facebook, and it's really starting to really irritate, bother, anger.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
So, not to get sentimental here, but I am really happy to be alive. And no matter what's going on in the world, and especially our bowling world, it is not that important to take, thanks, Matt, It is not that important to take a minute and to say something rude about someone that enjoys doing what you do equally as much as you do. It's just really not cool.
Boy, this they really hit the nail on the head with this biscuit sandwich.
I'm gonna let you eat.
Thanks, bud.
Everyone heard the biscuit sandwich. Blake Paris and Nick Pate, a couple of guys that I've had the joy of watching through live stream. Blake Paris, I believe, finished 4th in the second IB Open when it was at the Old House Crest Bowl in Florissant, Missouri. IB Open next weekend. Still accepting entries. Bo Burt and Dave Lamont on the call. I kicked myself out of my own booth to make room for Dave Lamont and Bo Burton. Turek still has to produce the show, though. A lot of added pressure on him. We'll make sure we fly in a bacon biscuit sandwich, whatever he has this morning, to St. Louis from Little Rock, Arkansas here at Professor Bowl West. Do have an observation here that Kyle Troop looks like Carrot Top in the chat. I see that a little bit. There was a meme going around of Kyle Troop next to Richard Simmons, and Richard Simmons, his face was stretched, elongated, and there was a little bit of resemblance, but it had to be altered a little bit to make it happen. So it really wasn't. We certainly aren't saying right now that Kyle Troop looks like Richard Simmons, but because of the hair and the change to the Richard Simmons photo, you could see a resemblance. We need to get some hot packs. We need some hot packs up in here. Gary Faulkner and I have a request. If anybody's watching and is in the area and they want to go pick up some of those hot packs that you take to like football games when it's cold outside or skiing, we would like some.
Portable heater?
Yeah, portable heater would be good too. A propane one though that you can take from pair to pair. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. PA has had a great tournament. Spare triple.
Just want everybody to know that Gary Faulkner and Anthony Richard in Boulder first squad.
Right.
We don't know who that was.
Okay. I will tell you something about Gary Faulkner. This guy is not afraid to re-enter the tournament. I have seen this guy re-enter tournament after tournament after tournament after tournament until he gets it right. He's even bowled really well and said, I want to bowl again. I'm not used to this. I'm not used to bowling this good out of the gate. I was planning on bowling all day. I've got a big old lot of money for these brackets. I think Gary actually prefers to bowl bad the first set just so he gets to bowl the next set. He loves bowling that much. Oh, man. Woo. Anthony Richmond with a blower 8-pin. It's a lot of power. Ken Roper's got a bacon wrapped pork loin going into the smoker in about 20 minutes. Do we have any Europeans bowling today, like Asku or Dom in this field? You know what? No, we don't. It's the first-year tournament, and it's got a nice prize fund, but to travel from overseas is probably a bit of a stretch. Let's take the folks over to the other pairs. We're gonna look at the wider screen, get a look at a couple of pairs. We've still got Tyson Flanagan, Sean Maldonado. We've got Billy Oatman, Angie Ramirez, Tommy Jones, and Matt Gasson, and David Kroll and Blake DeMore down there.
Mike's getting his first look at some bacon. Tommy Jones there with another 10-pin. This is, we didn't give too much love to Sean Maldonado this weekend. He's been on a couple of pairs, but on our stream, I mean. There, makes a good shot. Mixing them up. And I bet Tommy is going to be automatic on this 10-pin. And it bounced.
Take a look at the standings after 2 games. Kyle Barnes and Cameron Doyle lead. Let's try that again. Standings update after 2 games. Chris Barnes and Cameron Doyle lead at plus 508. 56 pins behind is Wadka and Cook. 57 pins behind Wadka and Cook in third is DJ Archer and AJ Rice. And I was just thinking to myself, those guys are going to be a factor today. DJ Archer almost swept the big board yesterday, the big board bracket, for over $1,000. And DJ's just kind of had a real sense of comfort ever since he walked through the doors here at Professor Bowl West.
Yeah, he did all right in the big board yesterday.
Plahowski and Vi are 30 pins exactly behind Archer and Rice. They sit in fourth. And in fifth, Faulkner and Richmond are 4 pins behind Plahowski and Vi. Telling the real story here, though, down in the 12th position, which is the cut number, is plus 182. Above them in 11th, oh, and that is Campagna and Barish, by the way. In 11th, Hafner and Pritz are just 8 pins ahead of them, and then 18 pins ahead of Hafner and Pritz is Young and Barnes, Will Barnes. 51 pins, the difference between 9th and 10th. So a little bit of separation there. On the outside looking in, just 2 pins back, McCarthy and Kyle Barnes. Just 10 pins back, Flanagan and Maldonado, who we're watching right now. So they need a big game with 2 to go. 15th place, just 12 back, is Allen and Cormier. And still within striking distance as well. 20 back is Lavery and Losi. Then it drops off 52 pins to Pate and Parrish. You can see that on InsideBowling.com underneath the event information tab below the embedded YouTube stream.
Thanks, Mike. Matt Gasson now up. That was a pretty good shot there. Pretty fair shot, I should say. See if Tommy Jones can answer as well and put together a good game here. Matt Ramona here in the chat. It looks like Bob Ross from the Joy of Painting referring to Kyle Troop. That's pretty funny. I agree there. There are no Europeans bowling today, as far as I know. Askew and Don Barrett are not here. Tommy Jones mixing up the left side there pretty fair.
The big story we're watching here in front of us on lanes 9 and 10, David Kroll has the front 8, looking for 9 in a row up here on lane 10 here in a moment. His nickname is Booger. They call him Booger Kroll. If you've ever seen the movie Revenge of the Nerds, that's exactly what I always think of first. Boog has had some success on our webcast. The 2014 Rotogrip Challenge out in Las Vegas, he took home the title for $5,000, I believe it was, on our webcast.
Yeah.
So here we go. He's looking for the first 9 strikes in a row. And he's got it.
I want to give a shout out to old Kevin Kane watching again this weekend. Thanks for tuning in, Kevin. Wednesday night team captain.
I'll tell you what's interesting about this is Kroll and DeMoore are in 20th position. They are in last place at plus 79. Currently right now, plus 182 is the number. So they're 103 out.
Yeah, that'd be a big, big game.
DeMoore can only bowl 194, and that's to throw the last 4.
Tamar's lining up in front of the ball return.
Sure is.
Is he throwing a red legend?
Looks like it.
Good shot.
Well, David Kroll has now left the Big Four, so maybe he'll pick it up. That was a good run out there for Book.
Yeah, it was, Mike. Very good run. Get a good look here at Old Booger going for his Big Four.
Yeah, we'll see if he can pick the Big Four. Sure, he'd much rather have the 300 than picking the Big Four on camera, but we'll give him a little extra time here.
Got one.
Still a good game out there.
Here's Blake DeMore now. Blake DeMore, brother of Spencer Robarge from back home. I'd like to give a shout out to Spencer. He's doing great things as a youth bowler. Blake and Tommy there. Staying focused. Good shot for Blake. And we'll get a good close-up look at Tommy Jones, too. Yeah, mixing them up, kicking that 4-pin to the side. Some good looks there, Mike.
Finishing up game number 3. scores updated after game number 3, and I'll go around during game number 4 and let you know what's unfolding and figure out who's going to make it into this top 12.
Tommy Jones there with a nice flush strike. Here's a look at Kyle Troop. On 13 and 14, they are closing out game number 3. Kyle throwing messengers all over the place.
Important spare for Blake Paris here. He can still bowl 2-0 and doesn't get it. Blake can be in the 190s, and Nick Pate can bowl 239. Gary Faulkner next door can bowl 219. He's up in the 9th. I got another one of those good friend requests. Omoyeni Bello. Supposed to have a friend of mine coming up today that I haven't seen in 5 or 6 years. Lives in Little Rock.
Is that so?
Yeah. Gonna see if I gave him the address.
Kyle Troop and Daryl Ratliff like what's going on their pair right now.
kind of tell there's one more game to go. The bowlers are kind of really taking their time thinking about each shot.
Yeah, especially the bowlers that are on the bubble, trying to make it into the top 12.
Second shot and 10th for Ratliff can bowl 204. He's got it. He looks pretty happy about that. Cameron. We got a chance here to talk to Cameron Doyle for a minute while he's waiting for the next pair to become available. How is your morning going thus far?
It's going pretty well, actually. We just got off to a decent start with 420, 425, something like that.
Yeah.
And then Chris struggled a little bit down on 5 and 6, and we still got 400 though, but we just had a good 470 that game. So we're cruising around, just trying to survive this round and get into match play.
What's the balls of choice for you? Are you still using that Legion Solid?
Legion Solid. I'm debating on switching to the Swerve FX this game, but I'm not sure yet.
Okay. And what is it about the Legion Solid that works so well for you?
Really, I can get as deep as I want and still get it to read the mid lane while still, you know, it hooks on the back and doesn't really bail for me. It's like it's smooth, but it still makes it up the hill real nice.
You recently switched over to track. It's been a little while now, but how are you settling in with all the EBI products?
I'm loving them now. I'm starting to learn the equipment much better, so tournaments are becoming much more enjoyable when I know what balls to go to and when.
If you had to recommend to the folks at home a couple of balls to pick up right now, kind of hot ones in your bag, what would be maybe 2 balls you'd recommend?
The 2 ones I'm throwing, definitely Legion Solid, Swerve FX. Can't go wrong with those. Paradox Pearl, that's a good one for a lot of league bowlers.
Cool, great. We got a lot of bowling junkies in the chat that like to talk bowling balls, so.
Cool.
You still using the Sarge Easter?
I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
You switched, you went back for a little bit at the World Series.
For one day, and it was a no-go.
No?
No. Ripped my hand in half.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
What's your dad doing this weekend?
Him and my mom were visiting Wichita because my mom hasn't seen the school
okay.
yet, so they just got back yesterday. That's why I didn't come.
Gotcha. Okay, man. And when do you go to Wichita?
School starts August 22nd. I'll go about 5 days before that.
Okay, cool. All right, hey, you guys keep it up, man.
Yep, thank you.
Let us know how it's going. Cameron Doyle stopping by. Visit with us.
Ray Spink's doppelganger.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Doppelganger. I forgot about that term. That's just surfaced here recently. I've heard it more in the last 2 months than I have my entire life.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know where it came from or why it's back or what, but it certainly is.
So bowlers are moving pairs here. Game 3 now in the books. 1 more to go at the 2016 Boom Doubles presented by Hammer. Nothing hits like a hammer. Matt Turek, Mike Flanagan here, along with special guests all throughout the day.
Yeah, Anthony Simonson and Cameron Doyle. And basically, if you're under 20,
You can get on the stream.
Yeah.
Here's Tony Romo. Oops. Getting ready to start game 4. So we're going to see Brad Miller and Kyle Sherman also on this pair.
Okay, and we'll really start to paint a picture here as soon as we get the standings updated after game number 3, and we'll let you know who is going to make it into the top 12.
Look at Kyle Sherman. Mike, today is the Free Dotem Classic,
Is it really?
if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was on like a Friday or something. I didn't think they were
Oh,
doing
you
it
know
on a
what?
weekend.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I just saw a couple posts about golf on the Morning After fan page. Well, that's unusual. Kyle Sherman took 3 off the right to start this game.
That is unusual. He either missed it at the bottom or just really missed right.
Yeah, something definitely happened. Look at Chris Barnes there on the right side. Got a lucky break just leaving the 610 on that shot. You did see A.J. Rice on 11 and 12, Ken. Got to get those picks in, Mike. A lot of day games today. So focused you didn't even hear me.
I heard you.
Chris Barnes lining up in front of the ball return now, over on the right side of your screen. There's his foot. And there's his 4-pin. Brad Miller with an unlucky split there. Sorry, that was Kyle Sherman with the unusual split. Oh, it almost bounced out and picked it. Here's Brad Miller. And then you see Blake DeMore creeping into the right side of your screen, lining up left. Leaves a 2-pin. So we'll shoot on down to our bonus pairs here. 11 and 12, 13 and 14.
Hey, get a look at DJ Archer.
Sorry, 9 and 10, 11 and 12. And yes, there's DJ Archer. AJ Rice on this pair. Joe Trzynski. Anthony Richmond. Gary Faulkner.
Yeah.
It's AJ Rice's classic backwards hat.
Yeah, he bowls better with it. It's aerodynamics.
I could see that. It's like his trademark. DJ Archer there on the right side of your screen, tripping out the 4-8 like a champion. For the X.
He's got that ball roll that sometimes just is almost unbeatable, and it's matching up well in this building. Barnes is looking forward to the position round already. Said he just slid 51.
They are re-oiling.
They are?
That's what I heard, yes.
Oh, the right lane's tighter now?
Only 50.
He's only standing at 50. I might have to call in Mitch Beasley to sub for him.
Hey, while you're over there doing all that,
Just write it down. Standings after game number 3, folks. Here we go. Chris Barnes, Cameron Doyle are your leaders at 979 over. Watka and Cook are safely in at 910 over. And third is 894 over is Archer and Rice. Fourth is Polhowski and Vi at plus 777. That's a lucky number. In fifth, Faulkner and Richmond at plus 748. And then Garcia and Simonson, Sherman and Miller, Jones and Gasson, Troop and Ratliff, Young and Barnes, Allen and Cormier, and McCarthy and Kyle Barnes, currently your top 12. On the outside, looking in, we've got Flanagan and Maldonado, and I'm going to start making a list here. Make some notes so I can update you here. We are going to assume that through Jones and Gasson is safe. So 8th place, or 9th place, I'll write all this down on my pad and then walk around and let you know what's going on. I'm going to talk out loud here for a minute. It's a bunch of teams that can get there. Okay, so in 9th is Troop and Ratliff, plus 640. 10th, Young, Barnes, plus 606. 11th is Allen, Cormier, plus 595. 12th position currently, McCarthy and Kyle Barnes. Plus 585. 13th, Flanagan and Maldonado.
wow, Cameron Doyle with a nasty A10.
Plus 578. 14th position, Hafner and Pritz. Plus 565. 15th, Lavery and Losi. At plus 560. 16th is Campagna and Barish. Plus 557. 17th is Pate and Paris. At plus 550. And 18th is Kroll and Damore. at plus 325. I'm sorry, plus 529. 529. Brandon Novak and Trzynski are well outside of that. And so is Oatman and Ramirez. So anyway, I'm going to take this list.
You like that?
Okay. I am now mobile. And I'm going to start at the top with ninth position with Kyle Troop. And Daryl Ratliff. They currently sit at plus 640, and Ratliff has double, spare, strike, and Troop has the first 5.
Nice.
So considering 12th place is 65 pins ahead of them, I'm going to give them a check mark for now.
Yeah, they got a good look.
They are crossing with Jeffrey Young and Will Barnes, and currently right now, Will Barnes has 83 in the 5th, working on a spare in the 6th, and Jeffrey Young 63 in the 4th with a spare in the 5th, so they are not safe as of yet. Where is Patrick Allen?
PA is down on the high end on 21 and 2, I believe.
They are ahead of the number by 10 currently right now, and I'll give you an update on what's going on with them.
Alrighty.
PA has the front 6, and his partner goes double open, double spare.
Okay.
So they are protecting their position. Now Aaron McCarthy and Kyle Barnes are next on my list. They are the number at plus 585. And Aaron is throwing at a 4.79 right now. So she has a possible 203 off the sheet. Kyle Barnes can still bowl 258. So they are in a little bit of jeopardy here. Flanagan and Maldonado are just 7 pins behind, and they're actually crossing with McCarthy and Barnes down on 5 and 6. And Maldonado has thrown 6 in a row now. And Flanagan has
Boy, what a good shot for Kyle Sherman. Sorry to interrupt your mic there.
That's okay. 127 in the 7th. So they right now could move up. Hafner and Pritz, I believe, are down on the high end. Kyle Troop does have the front 5. We'll keep an eye on that if anything develops there. PA had the front 6.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. You're right. Leaves a 4-7. Hafner and Pritz. Hafner can still bowl 211. He's going to need the last 5. And Pritz can bowl 248. They would have to make up 20 pins. Lavery and Losi. Man, this building's got a lot of something going on here. Chris Vai's really lofting it, man. Holy cow, I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. Lavery and Losi, we actually have right here in front of us on our camera. You're watching those guys. And they're bowling a pretty big game. Campagna and Barish. Can only go about 50 over, and that's not going to be enough.
Okay.
Pate and Paris are next. They are plus 550.
Are they plus 550?
Yeah. I think that's the number, isn't it, that they have on the sheet there?
Yeah. I don't know. The truck's saying that some of these numbers are wrong, but I don't know.
Well, I probably need to check on that then.
But Pate and Paris, they are plus 550 after 3, according to the sheet. Where you at? Oh, there you are.
Yeah, so are the standings right? Just their plus minuses are wrong?
Yes, he says. Did you hear that?
So the numbers are right. They're just,
Apparently the plus minus is wrong.
but the difference in the numbers are still correct between the positions, right?
Confirming. Yes. Difference in total pinfall is correct. The plus minus is wrong. It looks like there's been 400 pins added to everybody's plus minus total. Did you get that, Mike?
Yeah, I was just in the tournament office. They're
Okay.
400 off, yeah.
Yeah, they're 400 off.
Okay, so back to what I was doing here. Pate and Paris can still bowl 470, so they can still get there. Kroll and Demore sit at plus 529. They would need a really big game, and they're not going to get it. So I need to check on Young and Barnes. We believe Troop and Ratliff are in. They're currently at 9th. And it looks like Young and Barnes could go backwards here. Jeffrey Young can only bowl 190. 223 for Will Barnes. So the best they can do is go plus 13. Aaron McCarthy can still bowl 193. Kyle Barnes can still bowl 202, so they're going to go negative. And Aaron just ran over the rack for a 7-pin. Flanagan and Maldonado are going to go around McCarthy and Barnes.
Okay. That puts them into the 12. Hafner and Pritz, did you cover them already?
Yeah, they're down there with PA.
Because didn't you say? I think you said that they don't have the game going to jump up. They would have the opportunity to get.
Yeah, I had them at about holding steady with where they were.
Let's see.
Let me see.
And McCarthy and Barnes, they're still going to be at 400, right?
No, they're going to bowl like 370.
So they have a chance to drop 2 spots, depending on Hafner and Pritz.
Yeah, and 12th is the cut line.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So Allen and Cormier. Cormier can bowl 179. PA can bowl 227. So this is going to be really tight.
406 total for them if they finish out.
Everybody's finishing at just about the same time. Pate and Paris are not going to get there. $179 for Cormier. And Fritz and Hafner can go 209 for actually I've got this they just switched the monitors on me. So it was actually 179 for Hafner. Fritz can bowl 237. So they're out.
416, I'll give them.
They're out.
They're going to drop 2. So then Flanagan and Maldonado are going to jump 2 spots.
PA and Cormier are going to bowl about 460.
Oh, I'm wrong then. Okay. You're
So-
looking at
but
Hafner and Pritz?
But they're in.
They are in.
Allen and Cormier are in.
Oh, you were looking at Hafner and Pritz.
Yep.
Okay. They're out. So then, yeah, Flanagan, Maldonado, and 12. Allen and Cormier can only go up. Young and Will Barnes.
Yeah, that's where I'm going next. Lavery and Los and Arlosi and they can bowl. They can go 20 over. Yeah, they're not going to get there either. So it comes down to Young and Barnes, McCarthy and Barnes, and Flanagan and Maldonado for these last 3 spots. Okay, so McCarthy and Barnes bowled 363.
Oh.
So they went 37 back. $411 for Maldonado's team.
So McCarthy and Barnes are going to drop at least to 14th. Flanagan and Maldonado are going to jump 1 spot into 12th. Hafner and Pritz will be then 13th, I believe, and Lavery and Loesch, I didn't catch their scores if you went over them.
They're right. They're on the live stream right now.
Okay.
Tony Romo and
Yeah, Tony, yeah.
Tom Brady. Man, I'm telling you, this build down here is bad. Jeffrey Young bowled 181. No, I take that back. Will Barnes can bowl 191. And looks like they're going to be okay. So it looks like the move that has happened is Aaron McCarthy and Kyle Barnes are going to drop outside of the top 12, and Flanagan and Maldonado are going to jump into the top 12.
That's what it looks like.
Will Barnes finishes with 189. They were at 606.
So they're in.
Well, not necessarily yet. Jeffrey Young can bowl 198. So they can go 13 under, which will drop them to 593. Which they would be the 13th spot. And Jeffrey Young is just split, so we're going to have to really do some math here.
Okay. So we're looking. So okay, you got all this written down, right?
I've got pretty much, yeah. So I'm just trying to get a final score down here for 158 for Jeffrey Young. That changes things.
Yeah, a lot.
All right, I'm back in the booth. Okay, so 158 and 189 is minus 53. So they go to 53 plus 53, whatever the number is. Plus 153. Troop and Ratliff are in. Allen and Cormier are in. McCarthy and Kyle Barnes went 37 backwards. So 30 is 55, 48. They're a plus 148. So Young and Barnes stay ahead of McCarthy and Barnes. Flanagan and Maldonado win 11 over, which puts them at 189. So
Hefner and Pritz are.
I need to go see what they bowled.
They're getting amped. They're getting excited and animated. Well, Tony Romo shot 197.
Tony Romo.
I don't know who's who.
Loshi.
Okay.
And 197, 225 for Lavery if he strikes out. So that would put them plus 23, which would get them to 83. So they're at plus 183. Plus 183 for Lavery and Loshi. Hey, Ted. What'd you guys finish at? Nothing? 146, okay. So, Lavery and Losi have made it in, and so have Flanagan and Maldonado, and Young and Barnes and McCarthy and Barnes have fallen out.
Okay.
So we've had two teams drop back, and we've had two teams jump in. Lavery and Losi have made it. Flanagan and Maldonado have made it. McCarthy and Kyle Barnes and Young and Will Barnes are out, according to my calculations.
Okay.
And they were all over the place. They were not bunched together, folks. They were all over the place. Are they oiling?
Yeah.
Are they oiling, Dave? They are.
So,
Okay.
half-hour break or so.
Yeah, probably a little bit longer than that. So what we're going to do is we're going to step away from the stream. We're going to take the stream down. Pay attention to our social media for an update on who has made it and who has not made it officially. We'll also update our event information tabs down below. And we'll be back in about 45 minutes, I would guess, with round-robin match play, 30 bonus spins being awarded to each. You have just been watching the Cashers Round here at the 2016 Boom Doubles. Here from Little Rock, Arkansas. Mike and Matt will be back with you here in just a little bit. Thanks for watching.